There's a fantastic video of Cubans celebrating Donald Trump. Oh, yeah. Have you seen it? They have the MAGA hats, and they're playing the congas. It's like...
I will vote for Donald Trump.
Fucking... Donald Trump es mi favorito. Donald Trump es mi favorito. Donald Trump, ¡huepa, huepa, hey! Donald Trump es mi favorito. Mi favorito presidente número uno. ¡Huepa, tan, 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 tan. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. A couple days ago, they're like, what's wrong with that? Leave me alone! I can't believe this shit!
It's been happening frequently at the 333 Miami Avenue Federal Court building. Janet Correa's husband was detained this week. According to her immigration lawyer, he has already been placed on expedite removal.
But I love you, Donald Trump! He's like, buenos dias. Muy malo. A cucaracha, cucaracha. I'm so sorry, so sorry. Muy malo. Adios, amigos. Buenos tardes. Goodbye, -o. Anything with an O is Spanish. We're taking it away. Potato, tomato, I don't give a shit. It's all Spanish. How can you do this to us, Donald Trump? We have a party. Please! I laughed for 20 minutes.
And they thought they were white. They thought they were born in this country. They thought they don't gonna get deported. They are Cubans. They have more rights. But now they have been proven wrong. Yes. This is the story of the Cuban people getting deported, getting really what they voted for. Karma is a B, and it doesn't have no respect for people. It doesn't have no respect for anybody. I guess you just receive what you just put to the universe, and the universe gives you exactly what you put there. Wow. We just have to watch this video, guys. This video is something else, okay? I have stories, I have commentaries, I have everything for you on Miami Cubans. Yes, they thought they were superior. They wasn't even Latinos. What are you talking about? We are not Latinos, we are Cubans. What are you talking about? We are better than Latinos. We are better even than white people. We have more benefits than them. We are better than black. We are better than white. We are Cubans. Okay, so stay towards the end because the story is gonna get really interesting. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal media. Help us to support my channel, okay? And stay towards the end because it's gonna get...
Latinos, you can scream MAGA all you want, vote red, only speak English, even call ICE yourself, but you will never be the exception. You will never be white, and it's not going to stop you from getting racially profiled. Who said that? Who said that?
I'm a fan of calling it what it is. Yeah. Let's not sugarcoat shit. Let's say who it is. There's a video of Cuban females saying the only one who's going to help us is the black Americans. Because they're the one who more power. And they say, oh, y'all, she's Cuban and she a porn star. And she literally said, you Cubans need to be kissing black Americans' feet because they're the only one got the power for civil rights to bring everybody up on their coattail.
But that's the thing that gets me is like, people got to understand the philosophy behind a lot. When you say like the Venezuelans, the Cubans that come here, people really don't understand. A lot of them ain't even voting because of their pocket. They leave dictatorship countries. Right. And that shit is still in their heads. and they literally sit here and they let Republicans gyp them with, oh, God is, it's all godly stuff and godly stuff. And they are indoctrinated
Christian
just like
nationalists.
enslaved people were.
Yeah.
To indoctrinated to that Christianity that's unhealthy and that milking them. And they would say, oh, we're going to vote because he gonna love us and he going to lead us, looking at him as a savior. He's trying to be. That's why he takes away everything and puts his name on top of it. And they tend to vote in a dictatorship mind.
So this is what I'm trying to understand here. What did Cubans who voted for Trump think? Did they think they were special? Did they think that Trump, who had been saying for months, even years, that TPS was not a legal way to come into the country, who thought that everybody from Latin America was munching of the government, who talked about the largest deportation in history, was going to just look the other way when it came to Cubans? Because what? Because they're special? These are the same Cubans that for a while kept talking about Mexicans and Central Americans and South Americans and saying that we were munching of the government for some weird reason, when most immigrants don't munch of the government because they don't even have a social security number. But well, I digress. The point is this. The guy told you straight up what he was going to do. And you thought you were exempt of whatever measure he wanted to take. And you didn't care about the rest of the people that were going to get hurt. And you still don't. And now you're crying on social media saying that they're illegally taking the people that he promised to pardon you if you had, like, some guys who say, like, if you had a college degree, then, or you were going to school. What do they think? That the rest of us don't have education, or the rest of us don't speak multiple languages?
Almost 50,000 Cubans from the Miami area in Florida are facing deportations. That's because thousands of those Cubans filed for political asylum and were granted political asylum, except they went back and visited their homeland of Cuba. Well, the big deal is that when you file for political asylum, you're declaring that your life is in danger in your home country. And by these Cubans going back to Cuba to visit, that means that the entire process of the political asylum was fraud. The application asked for political asylum seekers to give detail of why they can't go back to their country, why their lives are in danger in their homeland. And Cubans gave those statements that their life was in danger if they ever went back to Cuba. So going back to visit Cuba after you've been granted political asylum indicates that these Cubans have been granted political asylum based on false information. Now, it's no secret, Cubans played a huge role on the re-election of Donald Trump. And a lot of them feel let down by this administration because now they're being sent back home. So I'm going to ask all the Latino community, and I will do the same, to please hold a moment of silence for the thousands of Cubans who now are going to be forced to go back to the island. So anyway.
¿Por qué están arrestando personas inocentes que solo huyen de una dictadura, de una tiranía asesina comunista?
Tras la detención de la joven cubana Laura de la Caridad González Sánchez, líderes del movimiento anticomunista I-220A expresaron su apoyo.
Como movimiento legal en el estado de la Florida, necesitamos, por favor, que se tomen en cuenta que si no hemos cometido crimen, que tenemos nuestras vidas organizadas, nuestro asilo pendiente, que por favor no tenemos por qué vivir con este terror.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote.
Raise your hands, come on.
For Donald Trump. Oh my God, I will vote.
Arriba.
I will vote for Donald Trump.
I want to thank Los Tres del Habanas. How did I do, Mercy? For their incredible performance.
Nosotros lo hicimos porque nosotros queríamos. A mí nadie me pagó un centavo. A mí nadie me dijo que esto iba a ser beneficioso, ni siquiera que iba a
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. That's what y'all did. Those people didn't even get paid to do that. Crazy. The wordplay that the GOP specifically used in Florida, especially Miami, on Venezuelans and Cubans is unreal. They told you guys that they're only going after the criminals. You guys are the criminals. When you come to this country illegally, That's the crime. But what you do is you seek asylum because you're saying you're running away from a very bad government. But you still have to get here to seek asylum. And when you seek asylum, you give your name, where you're living, where you're working. That's how this works. So that's what they did. They didn't go around trying to find a bunch of illegal immigrants everywhere because that's difficult to do. Apart from the farms and the construction sites, it's hard to find illegal immigrants in the country. They don't leave a paper trail. But people that seek asylum do. And that's why they went to y'all houses in Miami and picked y'all up. Because they knew where you were at. Your paperwork wasn't completed. But hey, I will vote for Donald Trump. You voted for your people to get deported because he don't give a shit what you look like. Y'all could look white. You can have the proximity to whiteness. But you are from Cuba. And he don't give a shit. So thoughts and deportations. Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. Y'all stand 10 toes down in your vote. Don't start bitching now.
I myself am Cuban. My whole family is immigrants. So you would think, hey, I'm pro-immigrant. He can offend Cubans tomorrow and I wouldn't care. As long as my life is better and my peers are enjoying their life as well.
What I would like to see is more jobs come up here, less war, a backbone for America, a better immigration policy. My father came here, got us all citizenships from overseas. He had 4 children. He brought us into all those things to give us a better future. Things are awire. Let's see what we could get done in this go around with Trump.
I know tons of people that just came from Cuba 20 years ago, doctors, and they've done their American dream. They've done their due process.
I wanted to see Trump back in the White House. And I think people who come here legally, or people who are here and see what is going on with the immigration and how they're giving thousands and thousands of dollars for these people who are coming here, money that they could be spending on the problems that we have in our country.
I told them I'm outside the ICE police. They took my brother. I told them I'm not leaving. I told them I'm going to stand right next to the ICE freaking facility until they let him out. I brought him Gatorade. He's done nothing wrong. He has no criminal history. He's done nothing wrong. He's literally a kid. He goes to school and he works. Like, he's done nothing wrong. I need an immigration lawyer to come and get him out because I can't. With all my credentials, I can't. My kids are going to be without their dad for 10 years.
And yes, and if you are a Nicaraguan, if you are a Cuban, if you are a Venezuelan, if you are any of these countries that have political asylum here in this country, you are in trouble right now, but more trouble than even the Mexicans, okay? Because if the Mexicans get deported, they get deported to Mexico, and that's the end of the story. If you have one of those political asylums that they maybe cannot send you back to your own country, whew, this gets scary for you, because they are deporting people to Sudan. They are deporting people to Salvador. They are deporting people to any other place that you cannot even imagine. At this point, in Alligator Alcatraz, it's supposed to be 1,700 people. Though the 1,700 people, 1,500 are completely missing. They don't know where these people went, and these people, most of them are Miami Cubans, okay? Because the ones that was taken to Alligator Alcatraz were the ones that was in Cuba. The deportees, they were in Cuba, in Miami, sorry. And yes, Cubans deportee. And they don't know where these people went. They don't know where these people put it. I don't know if the government just don't want to go all conspiracy theory, but they maybe kill them. I just don't know. But I know that these people is not there. And this is just crazy how things are going. And this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, guys. Yes, Cubans, they thought that they were better than anybody else, and time is proving them wrong. And I cannot even believe it, how they came from a dictatorship and they want to put a dictatorship in here. Can you guys explain that to me? This is just, every time that I had to talk about Cubans and Venezuelans, me being a Venezuelan, I just cannot understand it. The signs of the dictatorships are really clear. And actually, they put a billboard in the middle of Miami that it compared Donald Trump to Castro. And Miami Cubans were furious, okay, because they was telling them the truth. They couldn't even assimilate the truth when they compare Trump with Fidel. They don't want to hear about that. They don't want to know anything about that, okay? Oh my goodness, this is quite a video, okay? This is quite a video, so stay towards the end. I enjoy your guys' comment when you guys tell me, Jenny, I laugh with your videos so much. Jenny, I laugh so hard. Jenny, your videos are funny. Keep up the good work. I appreciate your comments. I read them all. I just don't have time sometimes to put the little heart in all of them, but I go through them, okay? Sometimes a video have 800 comments, so it's impossible for me to put a heart in all the 800 comments, but I read them, okay? So I do appreciate them so much. Stay towards the end.
I have zero sympathy for Cubans that voted for that delinquent motherfucker. Y'all are now facing the consequences of your own actions because of your pure fucking ignorance.
Look at your kids. Look at your last names. Where you coming from? Look at your last names. Regalado, Bermudez, Gonzalez.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Why didn't y'all let me know? Y'all let me know everything. Why y'all ain't let me know this lady was outside Miami federal court crashing out? Because now she's regretting her vote for voting for Donald Trump. Because her husband is getting deported expeditiously. But say it louder with me. I will vote for Donald.
Being from Miami, I don't know how to feel about Cubans being in their find out era. Because they took over Miami, and it was to the point where you couldn't even find a job unless you spoke Spanish. And even if you spoke Spanish and you wasn't Cuban, you wasn't getting that job. And I give them a lot of credit because before their family or friends would leave Cuba, they would already have a job, a car, and a place to stay by the time they reached Miami. Like, they really set up their people very, very well. They even had a wet foot, dry foot policy. Where they messed up at was thinking that they thought becoming a Republican was going to make them turn. And the whole time they're speaking Spanish. And a majority of them didn't even bother to learn English, but yet they thought they were. And my main question is, what is the difference between Fidel Castro and 45? Until then,
this is what Latinos don't understand about why Trump is being so aggressive, man, with mass deportations to the point where they're not even risking it and pretty much everybody's getting lumped in together, right? Most Latinos operate from a place, bro, where they think they personally know every single person that came in here illegally. And a lot of Latinos even have family members and friends, you know, that are here illegally, right? So they're kind of personally, emotionally invested in the issue. But what they don't understand is, man, that when the United States government, when the Trump administration looks at all the people that came here illegally, I mean, they don't know these people, bro. They don't know good from bad, who's a criminal and who's not. So they're not taking any chances because, again, 1,000 great people can come through that border, man. But if only 2 evil people, man, walk through with them, I mean, the amount of damage that they can cause in this country is insane because the only thing most criminals in America fear is prison. These people from these third world countries, prisons in America is like a resort. It's like a 5-star hotel to them. You understand what I'm saying? And so many people, so many United States citizens are not here with us today as a result of what the previous administration did by just bringing those people in here by the truckloads. We've heard countless stories online of specifically women and children being raped and unalived. Try to explain to the family and friends of those victims, man, why it's a good idea to just leave some of these people here, man. A lot of the victims were Latinos. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of Latinos gotta take that into consideration, man. When they be like, oh, nah, just leave them here. They're not a crime. Don't nobody know that, bro. Ain't nobody got time to get to know everybody, man, one-on-one. Are you crazy?
My mother always told me, when somebody throws stuff in your face, like, I did this. We did this for you. I did this for you. This. Excuse me. That means they never did it from their heart. It wasn't pure. They only did it to hold it over your head. And let me say something. I'm going to say this to the Latin community and all the other communities that's trying to bully us into coming out there to protest. Let me explain something to you. You can shove that talking point. Talking about, well, we was out there with y'all for Black Lives Matter. I'm going to tell you what, I didn't ask y'all to be no damn where.
know me, I didn't ask you for shit. I didn't ask you to do nothing. I didn't ask you to stand out there. I didn't ask you to do nothing. What I did, I called on my community to be like, we need to be out there. We need to be doing putting out resources and all that shit. I ain't asked nobody else. See, all of this anger, energy that you got towards us, you need to do that to the people in your community that voted for this. That's what you need to do. Leave us alone. Stop bothering us. We told y'all over and over and over again for months. We said this. And y'all got to made a little bop. I billboard for Donald Trump. That's exactly what y'all did. Latinos for Trump, holding up signs, talking about mass deportation. But like we said, we clocked y'all's tea. We clocked it.
To my Hispanic brothers and sisters, we do know that all of y'all did not vote for Donald Trump. But we do know that more than half of y'all did. Your argument is not with us. We have shown you what can happen. We have shown you what white people will do to you. We've shown you. But you do not want to be anywhere associated to black folks. I mean, they're literally doing what they did in history. If you think about it, they said those who don't understand the history will be doomed to repeat it. Today, history is being repeated in a modern way. So they say that the Hispanics, which I'm not quite sure about that, but they said the Hispanic back in the day ruled the southern part of the U.S., right?
Folks do know that Mexicans, Hispanics, and Latinos are not the only immigrants in the United States of America. For all the black folks out there, real quick, y'all do realize folks from the Caribbean are considered immigrants. Folks from the continent of Africa are considered immigrants. So when you say as black folks, this is not our fight, or you're sitting it out because they voted for this, who is the they? Because people from Latin American countries are not the only people that are getting kidnapped by ICE. And folks being deported are not citizens and therefore cannot vote. The biggest content creator on this app was detained by ICE. He is not Latino or Hispanic. He is black and actually has European citizenship, from Italy to be specific. So where's the line? Because y'all do know Shirley Chisholm, both her parents are from the Caribbean. Marcus Garvey, Jamaica. Malcolm X's mother is from Grenada, and that's not a state in the South. And for everyone still talking about the election, but somehow anti-immigrant and immigration, y'all do know Kamala Harris's parents are immigrants.
Are now crying and suffering the fucking consequences of their own stupid fucking motherfucking actions. I just watched 3 back-to-back interviews with different Cubans that came from the island that had some type of application in with immigration and were deported back to Cuba, and they were supporters of the rapist, crying on camera. One of them even has a disabled child and another little kid. The wife had to stay back, and he was deported back to Cuba. And they were staunch supporters of this delinquent piece of shit. I am Cuban. I was born in Cuba, but I consider myself to be Cuban American. I decided to educate myself from a very young age. Back in about 2004, when John Kerry was running for president, I already knew at that point that I was a Democrat because I aligned directly with those values, because I learned in political science and U.S. history classes in school what being a Democrat or aligning with those values was in comparison to conservative values. And mind you, my family were refugees from Cuba. My dad was a political prisoner, right, in Cuba. My whole family is conservative, Republican. But from a very young age, I decided to educate myself, to go to college, to do my own research, even from the time I was a kid, Even before going to college, I did my own research. And I always have. When you come from another country and you decide to go from one dictatorship to another, and you decide to continue supporting the same bullshit, just instead of with a communist flavor, with a fascist flavor, then you are going to reap what you sow, and you are going to collect the fruits of the bullshit that you decided to vote for.
So I just saw a video of a Miami Cuban woman, and on the screen, she's like, Miami Cubans having to defend our reputation because we're getting dragged online again. And I told y'all how much I hate Miami. I never told y'all why I hate Miami so much. I hate Miami so much because of Miami Cubans. See, Pisces go from empathetic to demon. Those are our two levers. You can keep us chill and empathetic, or you can make us demons. And I have zero tolerance for racism directed at me. Zero. I'm talking about willful hate. Like, the Miami Cubans' racism is some of the most hate. Like, their racism is even more hateful than the regular whites, if you can believe that. Because I've said this so many times in my content, that when other minority groups are vying for a seat at whiteness or an entrance into white club, the cost to that is you have to prove how fucking racist you can be to black people. This is why the Italians are more racist than, like, any minority group vying for a seat at white club. The entry is, I'm talking about violent anti-blackness, and they do that so well. Like, the Miami Cubans go for gold. They, like, if anti-blackness was a sport, the Cubans will get gold every fucking time. And because of that, they have ruined Miami for me. I don't go.
And they are crying, okay? They didn't want to inform themselves. They didn't want to take the time to inform what is the really situation in the country, and now they are losing money like crazy, okay? They are losing money like crazy. And not only losing money like crazy, but getting deported, okay? Because the economy is not doing good. Miami is not doing good. They say, like, I believe it's like 30% of Floridians, or maybe more, like 50% of Floridians, they are using Afterpay to buy groceries. So it is losing money. It is the struggle. It is a lot of things that are happening right now to Cubans. These men, this orange buffon, the rapist, brought upon them. And it's just really sad that they believe in these men. It's really sad that they believe that somehow they were superior and they will not be affected by the deportation. Because when you went to Trump, to his rally, to Trump rallies, it will have like a big sign on the middle that it say mass deportations. So they couldn't even, like put 2 + 2 together and notice that they are gonna be the ones that get deported. That is just easy for immigration just to, okay, how many people I have? I have their address, I have their phone number, I have the place where they work. So if I need to get deported, so if I need to deport somebody, I'm gonna deport these people that's already in the database. So that's why they just getting deported. They just come and present themselves in the immigration for the cases, and they get deported right away. It's the easiest way to deport people. Instead of go find them on the fields or go find them someplace else, they just go and deport it right there on the spot. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for staying towards the end of this video. Please don't forget giving a like, comment, and subscribe. We are almost family. If you stay towards the end of this video, talking to me, watching my videos, we are family already. So drop a like, subscribe to the family channel, okay? And have a good day. And if you want to gift me money for coffee, towards the end, I will give you all the information, my Cash App, my Venmo, for you can just, if you want to send me money for coffee. Okay, you guys take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, super thanks are also really appreciated too.